Hey guys, got a quick tutorial for you based on pie menus. Let's jump right in. Go to Edit, go to Preferences, type in Pie, and activate the Interface Pie 3D menus. Then click the drop down right here. Let's expand this out. We'll just go through a few of these. There's quite a few. I'm not going to go through all of them. You can explore them on your own, but I'm just going to get you started. What you'll see is you'll have hotkeys. You'll have a description of what it actually is. And you'll tell you, it should tell you if it's going to be found in object or if it's found in edit mode. So if you hit shift spacebar, you get an animation pie, reverse, forward, and all this good stuff. And then if you want, you've got a control A transform pie. And you can apply your scale, rotation, location, visual, make instances real, rotation, clear transforms, and you got a bunch of stuff in here. You got a little enum properties there for you, and then an apply all. Now if you come down, you've got X, which would be a delete menu, so if you have something you can delete it. And then you have Alt X, which is going to be in edit mode. Alt X will bring up a bunch of different things. You can align this on the Y. There's like quite a few different things you can do. Kind of get used to that, have fun. It is going to enhance your modeling capabilities. Then you've got Control Alt S. So let's hit Control Alt S. And this will bring you into different views. Okay, so you go through that. And then you have Control U for the interface hotkey. So Control U. Save user preferences, save startup file. This is really important that you save a startup file. So you get your presets for like your render setups and stuff, if that's what you want. Load factory preferences, factory settings. Be very careful on that because it's going to delete everything. And then we have the manipulator pie, which is Alt spacebar, and that's going to give you some different options. You know, come in there and do some rotate. Right, let's move on. We've got Control Alt X, which is pretty cool. And origin to cursor, selection, geometry. And bring that over here, center of mass, and origin. Okay, so you got a lot of options in here. And then you have proportional editing pie, which is Shift O. And this one's going to be pretty useful because now you can switch between the linear, sharp, smooth, root, and all these different things. And we have the save pie, which is Control S. You should already know about the control save, or is it shift save? Who knows? So now we've got something else to get used to. You can open different menus, recent files, things that you just did, your blends. All right, pretty cool. Your link menu, you can go through that and a bunch of other things. And then you've got some sculpting. You can go into sculpting. So if I wanted to hit Control Tab and go to sculpt mode and hit W, that's cool, right? So you can kind of screw around with the brushes here. I think this is way better than trying to play around with the other menus. The pie menus are really the way to go. And so I'm going to come back over to object mode, and I got to get used to this now. All right, and let's see, where were we here? And now you've got another menu here. You can just hit A, and instead of selecting all, you know, it may be a little tedious for you, but you can still do it. Then you'll have the different selections, the circle, and presumably you're using this pie. You don't need to hit A for all anymore. You could box select. You can select all and toggle. You can, like I said, box select and do all that fun stuff. So it kind of makes up for itself, which is good. And then we'll just hit the shading. Obviously, if you don't know about the shading, that's pretty important. So you have a shading pie now. So you can look at this in wireframe. Just hit Z. You can look at it in rendered. I think most people know about that. So let's see, Alt Q is another one for the view numpad. So I'll hit Alt Q, and this one's pretty cool. Let me get rid of all that and hit Alt Q. You can go from the different views. You can kind of switch to the top view and different things like that. And then you can view the cam if you have one. You can toggle on the quad view, just like on my add-on, which is pretty cool. And so you can frame everything, frame it in, and you can go between. And if you ever got stuck in this view where your mesh looks like this, I can't stand that. So you go back to perspective and it looks normal again. Some people like doing that. And one more important thing to note, if you don't want but maybe one of these on, you can just go through and check them off. You don't have to have them all on by any means. So if I just wanted the origin Pi and maybe the save Pi, well then that's the way I can do it. Alright, so that about does it. Anything else you want to know, just go through there and check out those hotkeys. And don't forget to pick up my Bevel Magic. So remember, you can throw a bevel on any object you want, and then throw a number of presets, click the auto smooth, and then step up the bevel and get a larger bevel. And it's a very nice clean setup, and you can kind of step up the intensity levels. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. See y'all in the next tutorial lesson.